Hello there, welcome to Tone TV, the Greenock Morton weekly update, as sponsored by McTears, the auctioneers. My special guest today is in his second spell at the club. He's giving his all for the team as he always does, and the opposition manager the other night described him as a bully. He is. Gary Oliver.
How you doing?
I'm good, mate. Gary, are you a bully?
Not thought to be one, no. But I obviously Robbo the other night. I've known him for a number of years. I was at Hearts when he was there, and he's always kind of helped me. Obviously, he was a top striker himself and finishing and stuff, and he's always liked me, and I've got on really well with him. So it was good to hear a bit of praise from him the other night.
Did you get a chance to get a blather with him then?
Not really. Just after the game, he just kind of spoke for 2 seconds, just to take care and just that kind of stuff. But I really got on with Rob. He's a great guy.
Back in your second spell at the club, as I say, how are you enjoying it?
It's been good. Boys have done brilliant this season so far. It's a hard league. I've been in it for a number of years, played a lot of games in it, but it's enjoying it. The boys are top guys through there, and we just hopefully do well this season.
Because you're still a relatively young guy, but you have played a lot of games in this league, haven't you?
I think I've been in this league since I've been about 18. But it's not an easy league. It's a hard league. Good teams in it, and it's challenging every game.
In the side the other night, as we said, against Inverness Cali, let's have a wee chat about the game itself. You must have been delighted to get that opening goal so quickly for Big Sean.
Exactly. I think it was 3 minutes we scored in, and then obviously it's not ideal when they score right after bang. That's what happens after a goal. Sometimes you shut off a bit, and that's what happened, and it's not ideal. But we done well to hang in the game after the red card. I think that's twice I've started, and we've had two red cards. So
maybe you shouldn't play there.
Exactly. So hopefully,
but Big Sean's finish. I mean, it was almost like a striker, wasn't it? He took it first time, and
I took it in a half sidewinder volley. I'd be proud of that one. The end to score one like
that. The equaliser, as you say, coming so quickly. Andy and I were talking about it in commentary. You're never more vulnerable than when you've just scored a goal, and that certainly seemed to be the case.
Yeah, you hear that all the time. You're never so vulnerable after you score one, but it's a nightmare. You scored and you're buzzing, and 2 seconds later they got him score. So then you score another one, but we've done, as I said, we've done well. Considering 10 men to hang on to that long in the game and get something to the game was different class.
They felt that they were going to take the lead. Robbo talked about that as well, and they did. The second goal was just one of those things, wasn't it? It was a good finish, actually.
Yeah, it was a good finish. But as I said, we just need to try and keep in the game because obviously down to 10 men, we're pinned back a bit. But the boys said at half time, just hang on in there and we'll get a set player, we'll get something. Just don't let them score another one. We'll try our best to get another goal, and thankfully we did.
What did you make of Rabin's? Certainly the second yellow, we didn't feel it was a yellow card at all.
But the second yellow, I think he's lunging on it. It's just one of the ones that gives the referee a decision to make. Obviously, the referee decided to send him off. Some of these things happen, but it's not ideal.
He must have been absolutely gutted in the dressing room.
Oh, it was. It's hard for boys. Obviously, he's not meant to get sent off. He's put us in a bit of a hole. But he said he thanked all the boys for digging him out a hole.
It was, a scrape, and you say that yourself, but coming in at half time, what did Anton say then? What was his take on it?
He was like, obviously, 10 men, you're a goal down. He said, just try and keep in the game. He said, we'll try and take something for the game. If you get set play, just hold on as long as you can. And I think they played it in their hands a wee bit. They tried to kind of punt it long, and our centre half set it up, and we done well. We countered a few times with a few chances actually. Michael Ledger had one off the line. Obviously, Blues' goal, so we're delighted with that.
Also, as well, Andy and I noticed you were holding up the play a lot. That seemed to be your role. The other night, you're taking the ball in, you had a defender at your back, you were winning a few free kicks as well. Was that a decision that you took yourself?
I think I've always been quite like that. I've always tried to hold the ball up well. That's a big part of my game. It's obviously you've got monsters at your back, try to get the ball off you, it's hard. They're getting bigger every year. But especially when I do it to 10 men, I just need to try and hold the ball up and get the team up the pitch and win fouls and try and do that. Good
second goal. Totally made by you. What do you remember about it?
No, I just seen the defenders a wee bit shaky, and I was taking a wee chance here. Obviously, kind of headed it down the ground, and I've seen the boy, the other one, come towards me, and I've just knocked it around him. As soon as I seen him coming towards me, I knew I was in. I just seen inside my eye, I seen Bluesy, I seen him sprinting. I said I couldn't not play it. I think I played one the first 10 minutes before. I've tried to cut it in for a look at it. It was a terrible pass. Right into the goalie's arms. I'm like, I need to get this one right. Thankfully, it was right in his path. And of course, it was what a ball.
Aye. Bluesy, have you seen that?
I've seen it on his Instagram. What a ball. Didn't even get a tag off him, to be fair. I thought I'd get a wee mention. But
well, you need to take that up with him. Did you not set him up for his last goal?
That's right, I think I did actually. It was against Queen's Park. I set him up, so I think he'll be delighted with me.
He was a wee bit. And of course, we all remember you started the fight back against Ayr United in October.
That's right, aye.
Do you remember much about that?
That long ago, I can't really remember now, but I think that was a goal I scored. a ball off the top, and I've kind of gambled, and it's lucky enough landed at my feet, and I've did a wee bit of composure and took it around the goalie.
Is that a perfect distance for you, 6 yards?
It's perfect. Can't beat them.
But you've got to be there, haven't you? That's the whole point.
Any
isn't
goal's
it?
good. It doesn't matter if it's 30 yards or 2 yards, I'll take any goal.
Let's look ahead then to the weekend, because we've got Arbroath coming down.
Yeah.
Now they're bottom of the table, but you guys aren't going to take anything for granted, are you?
Nah, I've been, as I said, I've been in this league for a long time, and I've yet to have an easy game. They're both good players. Obviously they're part time, but they're still good pros, and it will be a hard game.
You're obviously hoping to get selected as well. How did you find playing McGuff the other night? That was an interesting kind of comedy. Was it a front two? We were trying to work that out.
I think it was like a kind of a free, and I was at the top.
Mm-hmm.
But I've usually kind of played up with two before, or one off. But I played up front myself, obviously Wednesday night there. But Guff kind of played the left and Nizzy played the right, and they were just trying to get support me as much as they can. But both good players.
Of course, Robbo was talking about Nizzy as well the other night. He was really impressed with
Yeah.
the shift. That's the thing about this team, isn't it?
Mm.
You're down to 10 men, but you've got the opposition manager talking about the fact that 2 of you are coming off with cramp
Exactly.
because you've given your all. Now, I've seen Anton talk about that the most important thing you do is you have no regrets when you come off the park.
Exactly, there's nothing worse, especially when you come off and you're at half time, you're 10 men down, you're like, you just fear for the worst. Thankfully, we dug deep and got a good result.
Now, you must be looking up the way now, up the league, and
Yeah.
thinking this could be a really, really good season.
Exactly, I think it was the first time I was here, second year I was in, and we got the playoffs. It was a similar group of boys all in it together, and we done really well that season. We got to semi-finals, we got to quarter-finals, we done really well, got playoffs, so I can see the boys in there doing the same.
Bluesy said to the press the other night that he set himself a target of trying to get maybe 4 or 5 goals from midfield, which is good. What about yourself? Do you do that sort of thing?
I'm just hoping to get more game time, really, Jerry. But as I said, goals. If you play games, you've got to get chances, and I'm playing. I'm wanting to get chances and score goals.
Do you see yourself as an out-and-out striker?
More I can link up the play and kind of create more and probably assist, as what I've been doing at Bluesy. But it's especially in this league, you don't get a lot of chances. You maybe get 1 or 2 a game. If you're not taking them, it's finished. And obviously, goals is what you get. Your joy as a striker, so hopefully I need to add some goals and keep on doing assists, I'll be alright.
I thought the thing about Wednesday night was that it showed, we always talk about this at this club, the camaraderie of the players. It's quite a group of boys, isn't it?
Aye, brilliant group of lads. They're all quite round about my age, they're all young guys. There's only a few, 3 or 4 older guys in the dressing room, but it's good coming in every day. It's a great bunch of lads, it's brilliant.
Older guys like Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian, aye, he's a great guy, Brian.
Well, Gary, listen, thanks for coming in today and joining us, and wish you all the best for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Jerry. Cheers.
And thank you also for joining us on the Greenock Morton Weekly Update, as sponsored by McTears, the auctioneers.